Storm clouds are gathering on the horizon for dentistry, and not enough dentists have noticed. Four incredibly strong forces are in play that will combine to cause a dental armageddon, the likes of which we haven't seen. Dentists who don't prepare risk having everything they've struggled to build swept away. I'm going to be right back to tell you more about what you're facing in the coming years and how you can safeguard your livelihood. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching the Patient Attraction Podcast. I'm Colin, receiver. The vast majority of dentists are probably aware of the four forces that I mentioned: corporate dentistry, new dental school grads, decreased insurance reimbursements, and economic uncertainty. But for some reason, people haven't connected the dots because these four forces, they don't work in isolation. They combine and they reinforce each other. And this is definitely a case when the whole is much greater than the sum of the parts. Corporate dentistry follows the money. So no market with untapped potential is safe. With economies of scale that chain practices have, they're going to undercut dentists on price and availability every time. And that's about 80% of your market. Now, corporate dentistry is a huge challenge to overcome, but that threat doesn't end there. New dental school grads are going to work in record numbers for these chains. And that's partly driven by the sky-high cost of dental school, leaving graduates with an average of around $250,000 in debt at graduation. Now, these graduates are highly motivated to pay that debt down as quickly as possible. And with starting salaries well into the six figures, corporate dentistry offers an excellent means of retiring that debt quickly. New graduates fuel the corporate machine. And when they've paid off their school debt, some of them are going to open up their own practices. Others will remain. Some will go into opening another corporate practice down the road. You're going to face increased competition from both sides, and that's not good. But the threats to your livelihood don't end there, because 80% of your market is motivated by price, discounts, and insurance acceptance. Now, you've already seen what corporate can undercut you on price, but insurance reimbursements are declining. They're not going up. And that trend shows every indication of continuing. Price and insurance-driven patients are going to turn to the lowest care dentist. And if you cut your price to compete, you're simply going to get less and less from the insurance company and from the patient. Basically, you're going to get less at a time when you're facing increased competition and need more. It's a double downward slope that you're going to struggle to get off. And if that all wasn't bad enough, there's another threat of economic recession. I mean, let's be real. The economy's been very good. We're also in the longest chain of a growing economy in the last 50 years. Now, if you know anything about economics, another recession is not a question of if, but rather when. It's only a question of timing. Now, I'm not here with the doomsday is coming sign. Many economists are pessimistic about continued growth in the near term. Right now, commodities are indicating that another recession may be coming in the next 6 months. And with a recession around the corner, people tend to hunker down. When the economy is not good, discretionary spending drops. And as a dentist, you are discretionary. Few people have forgotten the impact of the Great Recession of 2008, and especially not dentists. Practices have barely recovered from the losses of the last downturn. And statistically, dental spending across all consumers has not increased in the last decade. Now, most can't afford another drop in revenues for an extended period of time. Now, those are the four forces. It's what I call the Four Horsemen of dentistry. If you try to fight them on your own terms, you're simply going to lose. Now, I've provided a deeper, in-depth analysis of what you face as a dentist and the solutions to this dilemma in my new book. But before you end this video because you think I'm just trying to pitch you to buy something, realize this. I'm giving you the book for free. Yes, you can have the book for free. It's titled The Four Horsemen of Dentistry: Survival Strategies for the Private Dental Practice Under Siege. Now, if you want a copy of it for just $2, which includes shipping and handling, go to practiceundersiege.com. Now, I have to admit, the sales have been brisk. Our first batch of 5,000 sold out, and we've got another batch of 5,000 books coming in. I'm sure other dentists, including your competition, may already have it and are preparing. My advice to you would be to not let another day pass without at least reviewing what I have to say and making your own assessment. Realize it's not a question of whether you'll be facing a dental Armageddon, but rather when. And without the information that I have, it's not to your advantage. Join me for our next podcast. Until then, keep moving forward.